the road into the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
We are getting ready to leave this campground. It's called Wilmington Notch Campground and Day Use. Just right outside of Wilmington and in between Wilmington and Lake Placid, New York. We've just been working here during the day, and then we went into Lake Placid just right down the road, downtown area, and the scenery, the drive is just amazing. And we just stayed here because it was only like $20-some a night. I'll have to get the exact figure and put it up. There's no hookups, but you have a dump station that's over here, and there's freshwater hookups all over in the park. And we were driving at night, going into town, charged the batteries back up. It hasn't been hot at all. It's been in the 70s. It's been getting down in the 40s at night. The other end down here, there is a trail. We haven't checked it out yet. It's like a 5-minute walk that goes to some waterfalls. It's supposed to be very pretty. And then right down the road is High Falls Gorge in between here and Lake Placid. So hopefully we'll stop there too. It's raining today, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Wet, that's how it's going to go. Ready to get this day started?
I am. Let's go.
We just drove down here to the front and parked, and the trail is supposed to be right back here, just to the right of those bathrooms, he said. So I'm gonna go check it out real quick. It's supposed to be just like a 5-minute walk down there. He said there was a sign. It doesn't look like much of a trail, but this is what he was talking about. We did not feel like climbing down into the rocks to get to the bottom today. We want to make it the rest of the day. Strenuous 5-minute hike I've ever taken. You?
Yeah. That wasn't even a trail. That's like a landslide hill. I use the word trail very lightly.
High Falls Gorge, let's go. Cost us $34.45 for the two of us.
A little pricey, but
Yeah, and it's a half-mile hike around and back, and that's like 4 waterfalls, the big one, and then 3 smaller ones. And then they have a mile
a longer hike.
trail if you want to. But
we said no, not today.
not today. This is what we wanted to see, the gorge with all the waterfalls. All right. Ooh, check out Mary Poppins here, eh? I'm still saying A.
Stop it.
Pretty with all the fog.
Yeah.
A northicite is the base horizontal layer for not only the gorge, but the entire peaks region of the Adirondacks. This bluish-gray rock, over 1.5 billion years old, is rated one of the oldest in the world. It is the same type of base rock that was found by our astronauts on their trip to the moon. On July 4, 2004, a 20-ton slab of this New York State granite quarried from the Adirondack Mountains, was placed as the southeastern cornerstone of the One World Trade Center that replaced the destroyed World Trade Center towers. High Falls Gorge is a 22-acre privately owned nature park that provides safe trail access for all ages to an otherwise inaccessible, narrow granite-walled gorge with 4 spectacular waterfalls. Sturdy steel bridges, walkways, and walking trails replace the rugged wood footbridges and beaten paths written about in the Plattsburgh Sentinel newspaper dating back to July 28, 1899. The rich history and beautiful views makes the High Falls Gorge a true gem of the Adirondacks.
It's very pretty. I'm not sure it's worth $34.
I know, that was a little steep.
Our next stop takes us to the village of Lake Placid, New York, just 8 miles up the road. The views along the way are breathtaking, especially on a clear day.
Parking's not too bad. It was $2.50, and that was for 5 hours. You can put as much time as you want, up to a certain amount. We're not going to be here 5 hours, so it was very cheap.
Olympic Center is the building next door.
And that's this one, okay.
The 1932 Jack Shea Arena has figure skaters in it today. The 1980 Herb Brooks Arena and the U.S. Rink at the back of the building has adult skating rink. So there are people on the ice you can watch.
Oh, neat.
The Lake Placid Olympic Museum commemorates the 1932 and 1980 Winter Olympics, which were based in the Olympic Village of Lake Placid. It is one of few Olympic museums in the United States, and Lake Placid is the only North American city to have hosted 2 separate Winter Olympics.
You remember the movie Miracle, the 2004 Miracle with, who played it?
Kurt Russell
Kurt
played
Russell,
Herb Brooks.
the coach, based on a true story. Here is the Herb Brooks Arena. The
The movie called Miracle was based off a dramatic true story that happened right here. It was the 1980 U.S. Olympic team's rise from obscurity. In 1979, coach Herb Brooks, played by Kurt Russell, was selected to coach Team USA in the 1980 Olympic Games at Lake Placid, New York. The Soviet Union had won the gold medal in 5 of the 6 previous Winter Olympic Games and were the favorites to win once more in Lake Placid. The team consisted primarily of professional players with significant experience in international play. By contrast, the United States team, led by head coach Herb Brooks, consisted exclusively of amateur players and was the youngest team in the tournament and in U.S. national team history. In the group stage, both the Soviet and U.S. teams were unbeaten. The U.S. achieved several notable results, including a 2-2 draw against Sweden and a 7-3 upset victory over second-place favorites Czechoslovakia. For the first game in the medal round, the United States played the Soviets, finishing the first period tied at 2-2, and the Soviets leading 3-2 following the second period. The U.S. team scored 2 more goals to take their first lead during the third and final period, winning the game 4-3. Following that game, the U.S. went to clinch the gold medal by beating Finland in their last game, and the Soviet Union took the silver medal by beating Sweden. The victory became one of the most iconic moments of the Winter Olympic Games in U.S. sports history. Equally well known was the television call of the final seconds of the game by Al Michaels for ABC.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
monumental task. While most saw the U.S. national team as nothing more than a group of amateur kids.
Well, if you come here, we'd highly recommend going in there, especially if
Yes.
you like the Olympics.
You can spend quite a bit of time in there. There's lots to see.
I want to see the movie Miracle again now.
Yeah, we
They-
might have to watch that.
They showed a film in there that was, oh my gosh, it's wet. Goodbye.
Our next stop takes us to the Mirror Lake Inn right here in Lake Placid, New York, situated on Mirror Lake with breathtaking views. I wanted to surprise Michelle with a weekend of relaxation at this spectacular property, so I made arrangements in advance.
Well, we arrived at Mirror Lake Inn. They don't have a lot of areas for, nothing for RVs, definitely, but if you have a van, as you can tell, ours is a little longer. They gave us this spot, said as we come and go, we can just move the cones, put them back when we leave. That way we have our spot when we get back. That was really nice. But as you can see, there's another van over there. And there's parking down front. We went ahead and did a quick little tour. This place is super, super nice. This is a little bit of a treat for us. As you know, we don't get to do this very often at all. Usually only when we're, Michelle's lost.
No, I came back to look for you.
Oh, we're supposed to go in here, honey. As I was saying, we only get to do this usually when we're switching RVs, which we didn't do this time. But we got a lot to show you about this. This is such a beautiful area, a very nice place to stay. Oh, look, if you need help when you're on the pot, you can call for help. Very, very nice. As you can tell, Michelle is hurrying quicker than she normally does. That's because we have dinner reservations. We got to go. This inn has multiple properties, all on 7 acres. We're taking kind of a sky bridge over to the next property, to the main building. I think we call it the house.
Our first evening started off at the Mirror Lake Inn restaurant called The View, which is Lake Placid's only AAA 4-diamond exceptional restaurant. It overlooks the beautiful, serene Mirror Lake and the Adirondack Mountains.
We're special.
What? Wow. Oh boy, what's the bill gonna be?
Honestly, this was one of the best meals we can remember ever having. It was that good.
I got gluten-free bread. It's quiet in here. The beef cheek and Chilean.
Chilean sea bass.
I gotta look at that again.
Bam.
Rotate that plate for us.
Bam.
Yeah. Good morning. Look at that beautiful view. We're gonna head for breakfast and then explore a little bit. Cookies.
The owners of Mirror Lake Inn are Andrew and Danielle Wybrecht. If the name Andrew Wybrecht sounds familiar, it probably is. Andrew is a World Cup alpine ski racer and 2-time USA Olympic medalist. We spent the day strolling around admiring this 7-acre property and all it had to offer.
place to bring a fifth wheel or a travel trailer
No.
pulling anything. It's there's nowhere really for that. One of the nice things about the location of this place here is you're in walking distance to all the shops and restaurants. This has been kind of a nice, relaxing time for us. A little unwind a little bit.
Yes. This place just screams serenity
It
and
does. So
relaxation.
it's a little pricey, so if you're wondering what the prices are here, you really should just look online, because different rooms, the prices are all over the board, and depending on the room you have, building you're in, and the days that you're staying here.
Right.
I think they have a 2-day minimum though.
And probably the season as well, because we were
Likely.
told that Lake Placid is a 12-month
Touristy area.
area. They are winter and summer, really.
Because of all the winter sports,
Right.
skiing. This view of Mirror Lake. Now Mirror Lake is here, and then on the back side of Mirror Lake Inn is Lake Placid.
All the rooms in Mirror Lake Inn face Mirror Lake.
Yeah, so
They all have a view.
this here is part of the Mirror Lake Inn as well. This outdoor area is not for eating, it's just drinks only, is what we're told. And then that indoor seating is for lunch and dinner. So you have a choice of lunch and dinner here in addition to inside. That's where we had our dinner last night, was in there, which was absolutely excellent. And then, of course, you have the other two properties down here. Now this is their own little private beach area here, right on Mirror Lake. And this evening, we were told that they're going to be having little
S'mores.
s'mores, yes, as long as the rain stays away.
Yeah. There's little ducks.
This is a cute little beach area. And cute duckies. Alright, you're hoping for some food?
I don't have anything.
Sorry, buddy.
You gotta slow down, look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow.
All the rentals here for like the kayaks and that's all complimentary if you're staying here, so you don't have to rent anything. You just check them out. The nice lady back here, and well, yeah, that's nice. You can go out on the lake. That's all included in your price of your stay. So this is the other property. Beautiful. Again, all the rooms in the property across the road here are luxury, but these last two places here and here is supposed to be even more luxury.
Easy now. Be hard working so you can be deserving of the rest that you are given.
Found another reason why it's nice to have your closet and everything with you when you're traveling. I rubbed against a fence down here and got a big black mark along my white colored shirt. Had to change. And Michelle had to use the potty.
Well, I could have done that in there, but it was accessible right here.
Yeah, but it sounded to me like you couldn't wait. I gotta go now. Don't forget, in this area there's a lot of different things you can do. You got Whiteface Mountain that you can go up to the top to the observatory. There's like they have a cafe up by there as well. They have some gondola rides that take you up so far. I think there's one that goes to Little Whiteface, and all the skiing. Of course, not this time of the year. What else is there? You know, there's some rides you can do. You can take an experience on
Bobsled?
the bobsled sort of thing. It's not a real bobsled, but they say you reach up to 55 miles per hour. And we're already here. Was that even 5 minutes? That was like a couple minutes.
Right. Mirror Lake Inn is directly just on the edge of where all the shops and
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a little bit further walk than that. I guess it's
That's why I
closer than I
kept
thought.
looking at you funny when you kept saying, "Are you sure you don't want to drive the van down?" And I'm like, "It's right here down the street."
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see because of the corner there. But you come around that corner, and there it is. We spent the week just up the road here and would drive down here every evening. Except, yeah, we did every evening, didn't we? Yeah. And we just loved walking around this area here. All right, we'll show you. Sorry. This, and this is all gluten-free. These are gluten-free as well. And these two are gluten-free. All right, we're gonna try your scone. And is it really good?
Yes, it is. Fresh blueberries.
The girl said this chocolate flourless cake's really good. She said that it's really rich. Oh my. It's very rich. It is good though. I think that's my lemon sugar for the day, those 2 bites.
What? You're gonna carry that around now the rest of the day?
I guess. It's very good, but very rich. And very, very sweet. I might have another bite. So now we're in a place called the Cottage, which is the place we showed earlier that is part of the Mirror Lake Inn. And this is the place where you can have lunch and dinner sitting right by the water. It's a much more relaxed atmosphere here. Artichoke dip. We chose to have all corn chips. They will give you a baguette also. We just had appetizers. A lot of the sandwiches people were getting looked really good.
Right.
More pricier up here at this restaurant, but the food is
Excellent. Top notch.
you probably won't have anything any better. It's like we can't even think of a better meal that we've had. It was really, really good.
Excellent.
At 7 o'clock, they're supposed to do the s'mores down at the beach. And stick around, because I'm going to do some drone shots in the morning. It's supposed to be clear skies. Oh, a rainbow!
Oh.
Squirrel! this worked out well. We've been out a few times to check on things, to get some things, and laundry machines for your guests to use. We
Now we're fresh for the week.
threw the laundry in this morning to wash. About a 30-minute wash, I think it was, and then threw it in the dryer, and it said 55 minutes, so we went and ate breakfast, came back, and clothes are ready to fold. This is a really nice place to stay. We really, really highly recommend it.
Yes.
Especially if an anniversary or just a little getaway.
I love it here. I
Yeah.
can easily come back again.
Yeah, and I like how a lot of stuff is kind of inclusive. Like we didn't get a chance to ride on the kayaks, but
yeah.
little things they do, the s'mores, the laundry, if you want to get your laundry done before you leave.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to do that on their vacation, but but that's something you have to do. It's nice for us. It was nice just to finish it off right before we left, and we're starting fresh.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm ready to go. We're ready to go.
I'm grateful about everything because we have been working hard right from the very start. Now we get this far, but now it's time for us to stay out until it's late. We've come a long, long way, so we deserve it, mate. Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.